This week on Two Noobs, I'm back, for real this time. And we're going to tackle the claim that TikTok has shortened our attention spans. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, TikTok has shortened our attention spans. But anyway, then more TikTok as they shorten our attention. Oh, I'm sorry. More TikTok as Morgan Freeman gets pissed that AI is simulating his voice on a clip. We respond by having John AI created this time. Next, should cyclists in PA be allowed to roll through stop signs? How about they obey the laws to begin with? And then we wrap it up with a Price is Right sort of game involving concessions at Major League Baseball stadiums. Who charges $20 for a hot dog heated in a slow cooker for 6 hours and fired out of a hot dog cannon? Find out when we start the music. TikTok, what attention spans? It is episode 190, the 7th of Two Noobs Talking. You thought I was fired, didn't you? Because you didn't see me on any of the social media clips. Nothing. What? What is it
over there? John, who's talking over there? I don't know who that guy is over there.
I don't know. But we can't fire you because there's not a...
As if nothing ever happened? What the hell, man?
There's not a hierarchy, so there is no firing. Like, you either show up or you don't. It's pretty simple.
I had wanted to show up just to announce that I had defeated Medicaid, but...
And I'm pissed that you did it, but you forgot, so it's okay.
I forgot. I was having too much
just
fun
like the same
beach.
Guy.
Yeah. I was having too much fun at the beach.
Terrible.
I missed a lot of stuff last week that I have to cram in now to 5 minutes. But before I do that, let me just really introduce you guys real quick. This is...
no, you're right. The first one. No,
one.
That one. Yeah,
this one.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gone a week and I forget which way to point.
Matt will change it whether we're wrong or right. It doesn't matter. This is what post-production's all about.
Post-production, we'll fix it in post. All right, over there, that's Jiminy Cricket, John Tracy.
Oh, thank you.
That would be Magic Mirror, Matt Craig. I in the middle, I am the Sheriff of Nottingham, Steve Murray.
Oh, nice.
That's interesting. Want to show you
my
new shirt with E.T. and Back to the Future and Jurassic Park on it? Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
it's all of them.
I love it.
Nice.
Man. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I got Jaws down here, but I'm not getting up. So.
All right, the stuff I missed. First off, congratulations to the Florida Panthers.
Yes.
For winning the 2023-2024 Stanley Cup. You gave me a heart attack, but you did it. So congrats there. Loved seeing that. Good for Paul Maurice. Good for Roberto Luongo. Good for who else? Bob. Nice job, Bob.
Yeah, good job, Bob.
Anthony Stolarz too.
Anthony Stolarz. Yep.
After being told that he was never going to play again. You know.
Yeah. Good for him to be able to make it back and actually be able to be the backup on a Stanley Cup team.
Who was the Yahoo who jumped in the ocean with it? Good job.
Wasn't that Kachuk? Yeah.
Good job.
That sounds like a Kachuk move to me.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. I appreciate it. I mean, you're friends with Tatum, so I kind of get it.
You're the same class, I think, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, good job. Good job on you.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, if I wouldn't have won a Stanley Cup, I would have shot it in a rocket with Elon Musk. But I mean, if you want to jump in the ocean, I mean.
Can you imagine taking that thing to space for like 24 hours and then coming back home? That'd be fun.
Right.
If it would have landed or exploded, that would have been a problem.
Oh, that would have been a big time problem.
Yeah, I saw a video of Luongo eating pasta out of the Stanley Cup.
Nice.
That's interesting. Now, would you have that, or would you do the bowl of cereal?
I like pasta more than cereal.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, yeah. Bowl of cereal, pasta, or...
But if I was Robert Luongo, I probably wouldn't eat pasta out of it, because stereotype, weird, not feeling it.
Yeah. Plus, you got to clean it up. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you got to clean up that.
Somebody pointed out they think they saw a bowl within the Cubs.
I would,
so
yeah.
I would,
Yeah.
I would hope so.
that I hope the NHL's that smart.
right. Okay. So congrats to the Panthers. And then we had the brilliant news, which I did break in the promo last week, that Matvei Michkov has indeed signed a contract with the Flyers and is coming over soon and will be here for next season. That is fantastic news. I am super psyched.
Hold on to your underwear, Flyer fans. You haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then we followed that up with the Flyers in the draft, where they drafted Jet Luchenko with the first pick. I know absolutely nothing about that. Good job, guys.
I watched 11 minutes of YouTube video, and I know more than most Flyer fans. Kind of like him.
Yeah, he's a pretty good player, I would say.
Yeah, and he apparently
he looks like he could do some things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He apparently stood out in the development camp scrimmage yesterday, so that's good to hear. He signed an entry-level contract. We'll see if he gets to play a couple games before they send him back to junior, which is probably where he's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just give a public service announcement to people on sports radio in Philadelphia?
Oh, please.
Watch 11 minutes of YouTube video before you tweet it out. Just give it a second, dude. I'm just saying, when he was drafted, it came across my phone, not in a notification. I actually looked for it when you sent the text, and I went, who's this dude? And I put him in the YouTube, and I watched, and I went, nothing to tweet about. Looks like you can play. Moving on. Do that before you tweet out worst pick in the history of the NHL. Please, just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But John,
it helps.
Whatever you do, don't have a Howard-esque take. Oh, yeah.
We're not gonna
we're not talking about that.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Get underneath the desk. Shut up.
But John, Zev Buyam was on the board at 12. They should have taken him.
But who? I didn't watch YouTube video on him. I don't know.
I guarantee you 98% of the fans who wanted him have no idea who he is. They just heard sports writers talking his name. So
I've heard of him, but I didn't watch YouTube video. I only watched the one they picked because I only care about the one they picked.
Exactly. All right. And then the last thing I will say that I missed, which broke while I was also on vacation. And John, you can tell us whether this is good or bad. Paul George signing with your Philadelphia 76ers. What do you think?
Pretty damn decent. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Only thing they could have done at that point.
By the way, just for people that don't follow the Sixers and just want to be pissed at Tobias Harris because they don't know anything about basketball, he makes as much as Bryce Harper now. So just be mad at him for that.
Wow.
I'm glad he's gone. See you later. I'd pay you $4,000 million to leave.
Just to go away. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Unbelievable.
Let's at least let free agency end before we make decisions, but looking good so far.
All right, that's good to know, because I'm not going to lie, our 76er postseason wrap-up, I was feeling kind of low.
Me too. Me too. When you bring Paul George in, it makes it a little happier. But there's still some things, but they're doing well. So,
all right. So we'll see about that. Okay. Now I do want to thank you, gentlemen, for doing a bang-up job filling in for me last week with all the hosting duties, including the Dubby Energy Fun Fact, which we're going to do now. Except Matt did it wrong. You did it wrong.
Oh, that's only because I didn't spell it like you do, but that's okay.
That's right, because you didn't spell it properly.
Hold on. I need time. Hold on. Go.
Well, I have to do the Dubby plug before I get
fill for me. Fill for me, because I can't find it. Hold on.
All right. Well, if you go to dubby.gg or download the app for Dubby Energy Drinks, and you use our promo code TOONOO talking.
Yeah.
People can figure that out.
Keep going.
You get 10% off your order. Look, I just got back from the beach, so I'm going to plug the Beach and Peach energy drink tub this week.
There you go.
It's a mango white peach cooler, but it's got no sugar, maltodextrin, artificial colors or dyes, fillers, or bzzz. Get $4 off a $40 tub with our promo code. Don't say we never did nothing for you.
That's BS for those people that don't know what bzz is.
And it's pronounced bzz.
Exactly. There it is. Okay.
All right. So, John, do you have the energy fun fact for us, or do I need to draw it out a little
You
longer?
draw it out just a tiny bit more because there's more than one fun fact. Got it. Okay. No, I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
Sweet.
Okay, so
All right.
the fun fact is an estimated 22 million hot dogs are sold yearly at Major League Baseball parks. And
22
just to give you a couple more stats here, it's 3,100 miles. It's about the same distance between Boston and San Francisco.
If you lined them up end to
Yes,
end.
if you lined them up end to end, yes.
And how
Yikes.
many of them are undercooked or overcooked? That's my
Probably most of them.
All.
But if you put it across the United States, it'd be cooked by the time you would eat them, as if you were following behind, like you were a cartoon character, but that's not happening. And nobody's lining up fucking hot dogs. I don't know why that was a fun fact, but it's interesting. That's a lot of fucking hot dogs.
That is a lot. Yeah, that is an awful
That's a
lot.
lot. And my question is more, how many of them are actually eaten as opposed to tossed onto the field?
I mean, is it Philly? Is it New York? Or is it Seattle? It depends.
It could vary by location. Yeah.
Well, laying them out end to end from Boston to San Francisco would be the equivalent of, slow cooking them, I would think.
But also, my question is: are you going through the mountainous terrain? Or are you going to do the 10? Are you going to go down below to the south where it's flat? Like, how are you laying them out? Like, I know they tell you like we're just laying them out from one state to the other, but there's mountains involved
That's true.
on the west and east coast. So, like, are you going over the Poconos? Like,
I
are
would
you
think so.
are you going up the Poconos, down the Poconos to get the
What
Boston?
about the Rocky Mountains?
How are you
going
doing
up
this?
and over those? Like, what's
I
going
want
on
them
here?
to. It's not for us to decide. It's for them to get their shit together and make better.
Oh,
Leave it to John to tell us we're not thinking three-dimensionally.
exactly.
You've known me.
Oh,
You've known
Lord.
me for 30 years. Like, you're gonna you're to hate me now.
These
Come
things
on.
are important to know. Come on,
Absolutely. All right. Well, I have the over 40 rant this week.
You
oh
do.
no.
Genteel men, because being off last week, I was exposed to many things, and
People.
I have just about reached a breaking point with the Democratic side of the aisle this week.
I never saw that coming.
I don't know why you would have a problem with the Democrats, Steve. Come on.
Public service is about two noobs likes all Democrats and Republicans, and we don't hate on you. We hate on the leader.
Yeah, and why would Steve be all upset? All I want to do is explore bisexuality. Come on, Steve.
Yes.
Three things.
I might be
I
checking
don't
up
know
right now.
I don't know where that came from. John was right. This is leadership. Three things.
Yes.
Hey,
That-
cool it over there. I mean, come on. This is really like me off. I mean, seriously.
Three things. The lying and the fear-mongering
Yeah, oh, yeah.
is really getting to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first, as Matt put it in last week's episode, the debate went exactly as one
Yes.
who has half a brain would have expected it to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The number of people who seemed surprised that Joe Biden couldn't coherently form three sentences during the debate
Have been
is-
watching CNN the whole time.
That
Exactly.
was me. I mean, seriously, I was really surprised, Steve. Come on.
Yeah, right. but you saw all the, it's Trump who lies forever versus one bad night of Joe Biden. Joe Biden has had one bad night for 3.5 years. Okay.
And I would argue 50 years. If you want to
Probably.
argue.
Probably, but at least I don't recall him being this off the,
No, he was
off the planet.
coherent. He was coherent lying 50 years ago.
Yes, but now apparently he was our first black president.
Yes.
So according to him,
with a black vice president.
right.
Really?
So the Democratic leadership lying about what happened that night. Oh, he had a cold. Oh, he got back from Europe. Blah, blah, blah. No. Anyone who has been paying the least bit attention knows he has been completely out there since he gained the presidency.
Yes.
Okay? This was not unexpected. And if we are voting this in for the next 4 years, God help us
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We are in for nuclear war.
Can
Oh
I
my
just
God.
can I just get this in real quick? I
Yeah.
said on this podcast a million times, all Trump needed to do at the beginning of Biden's presidency is shut up, and he would be the next president of the United States. I've said it numerous amount of times. I would like to reiterate that. As long as this dude shuts up, everything will be fine.
Please.
Well, and that leads me to point number 2, which is the fear-mongering,
Oh,
where the Democratic leadership is portraying this election as, oh, your democracy is at stake here. As if, well, if Trump wins, it's the end of the world.
We already lived.
No,
Trump
yeah,
presidency.
we
Yeah.
had a Trump presidency.
yeah.
And frankly, if he had treated COVID with some amount of empathy and hesitancy and
Yeah.
regard,
He would have been
probably
reelected.
would have been reelected.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
fall on the sword to say, had he been right with COVID, he probably would have won that election, hands down.
I agree. I 100% agree with
Totally
you.
agree.
I
know.
think that cost him.
I've
Oh,
always
yeah.
been, if he would shut up half the time, he'd be a likable person.
Well, the thing about him was, you think about it in 2020, the biggest issue was the fact that he was leaning way too much on administrative state personnel who had no clue what to do with this. They had absolutely no idea.
I 100% agree with you on that point, but this is why I agree with Chris Cuomo, and he broke me weeks ago. Why would you, if you know they're stupid, why would you lean on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my problem, because we all work in business and we all work with people that might not be up to snuff, and you don't give them everything to
Yeah.
bury you, and that's exactly what he did.
Absolutely.
And that's the funny part. That's the worst part of his presidency. You
Yeah.
can't argue much else.
Yeah.
No,
And
you
that again goes to my point. Stop trying to fearmonger because the
They have
people
nothing
who are
else.
sane, are going to see through that and be like, this is not apocalypse. Okay. If
No.
Trump gets elected,
We're not
We had
going
one,
anywhere.
and he can only go for one more.
Yep.
And then that's it. So
Yep.
stop.
And we're
And then-
gonna get good gas prices for
Look.
4 years.
I
Okay.
would hope so.
Your
Yeah.
mouth to God's ears. And then point number 3, then the Supreme Court comes out with its decision on the
Well.
immunity claim. Okay? And you can debate whether the decision was right or not. But for the Democratic leaders to be out there saying, well, he could get Navy SEAL Team 6 to go assassinate his political rivals and there'd be no repercussion. Read the freaking Supreme Court opinion. That is not what it said
Thank
Please.
you.
at all.
Thank
Please.
you for that.
Please read. Yeah. Please
Yeah.
do that.
Please, Rick.
Please.
That isn't what they're saying. They're saying government acts. If he sends
Official acts.
yeah.
Yeah.
If he sends a bombing to a terrorist and kills them, he can't be charged with murder. If Joe Biden, what has been on the internet has been Joe Biden could just take out Donald Trump right now, he would be arrested for that.
Absolutely. That's
Because you
not
can't
an
do
official
that.
act.
That's Venezuela. They already
Right.
did that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you
Oh, yeah.
can't do that.
Right. Exactly. So
Yeah.
my whole point is, you came out of the debate, oh, well, you can't vote for Trump because he's a liar 24/7. Okay, yeah, he tells a lot of lies, but so do you. So do you. And that was
Exactly
3
the
in 1
same.
week. 3 in 1
Exactly the
week.
same.
All right, I'm done.
I just want you to know, I had a cold last night. Sorry.
Well, had we not defeated Medicaid, you might have been able to treat
Yes,
that cold.
but it was also jet
Actually,
lag.
I did take care
so
of both Medicaid and Medicare. They're
let's
both
move on for
dead,
these fucking
okay?
idiots, because it's infuriating me.
Yeah.
At this point.
All right, well, speaking of infuriated, actor Michael Rooker
Oh,
is
yes.
infuriated.
Not politician.
No.
Just make that clear.
Actor Michael Rooker. He might be involved in politics. I don't know. But he has been a star of Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's urged people to go see, quote, real cinema, like Kevin Costner's Horizon, and get over TikTok crap.
Wow.
There's been an unfortunate consequence from the rise of short-form content. Long movies have fallen out of fashion, with people either failing to resist the urge to check their phones in the theater or watching new movies and TV shows after they've been chopped up into 30 parts. Horizon Chapter 1 has a formidable 181-minute runtime,
Ooh.
and has so far grossed just $12 million worldwide. According to Rooker, it's real cinema, folks, so be prepared. We ain't used to that shit. We're used to 90-minute movies. Everything's 90 minutes. Oh, come on, give me a break. Get over that shit. Let's watch a movie that actually tells a story where you learn. You learn about the people, you grow to like them or hate them. It's not all fast, cut, cut, cut. When asked if people have been TikTokified, Rooker replied, totally, they are. Yeah, of course they are. They got to get over that crap. Come on, they've got to learn what it's like to watch real cinema, please. Matt, you no longer go to the theater. What is it because you're TikTokified?
That's not necessarily true. I did go to the theater last summer to watch a movie. It was my first movie in 10 years. It was The Essential Church. It was really good. It was 2 hours long. And it wasn't TikTokified because it was really good. It was an informative documentary on how the church should lead during a pandemic. It was terrific. Great movie. But I do get that point. I completely agree. I think the TikTokification, wow, I can't believe I just said that. The TikTokification.
And you did it well.
Thank you. Of movies.
I'm contacting Webster right now. Just hold on.
Yeah, I see. I might have just said it.
Steve will get that
Guys,
done for
I
you
think
by the end of the
it
week. Don't
is a
worry about
big
it.
problem. I think it is a problem, though, for the movie theaters and for movies in general. That being said, though, I think movies we got into this issue really, I guess you could say one of the downsides of Lord of the Rings, if there is a downside, was the fact that each one of those movies was 3 hours long. And also on top of that, Return of the King had about 5 different endings to it. I almost thought, like, where's this thing?
Oh, it's over. Nope.
No.
Oh, it's over. Nope.
No. But they were beautifully done. I mean, obviously a beautiful movie. But here's the
It is
thing.
a beautiful movie.
And it's almost like you can't have your cake and eat it too. And I mean, I get it. It's like, yes, I do think attention spans are shorter than they've ever been. But at the same time, you can't expect someone to sit in a movie theater for a 3-hour movie and expect to be in there for a long time either. I think you just have to go back to whatever happened to 2.5 hour movies. Maybe they're still there. I don't know. I think they are. But I think we need to get back to that kind of length instead of the long 3.5 hour movie length. And that might just help Hollywood in that regard. That, and also the fact that they might be able to, I don't know, write well, that might have something to do with it too.
Multiple
two cents.
factors.
Yes.
Right. John, I pass the baton to you.
I completely agree with what Matt's saying. I think everything has a place. I think his comments. I brought this article. If you want to blame someone, I brought this up because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he flat out was just like, "My problem is your problem. Go bleep yourself." And I was like, "A little short-sighted of you, bro." Like, I've never seen Guardian of the Galaxy. I probably won't. I thought Batista was the star. I didn't know you were. Like, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as I read the article, I kind of understand what he's saying. They are losing, as we might not be losing it now, but in the future we're going to lose it if we keep allowing. And Steve said, "You hate TikTok. This is why you want to do this," and he's absolutely right. We gotta bring the attention span back. If at least we could get a kid to watch a 90-minute movie, that would be great.
Yeah.
And work our way back. We're losing art. And he's right, and I understand where his anger is. It's totally misplaced here, because he's blaming TikTok for the misappropriation of art. But we've been losing that shit for like 30 years. Like,
Oh, yeah.
What if let's blame the real people.
It's definitely been going down, Johnny. I think what your point is.
It's been going down for a long time.
Yeah.
It's twofold with me. I understand what he's talking about. Like,
Yeah.
yes, we need to get the attention spans back, but it's not for your film, bro. It's not your film that's going to bring it back.
Oh yeah.
There has to be a conversation about it, and I think that's what brought me to the article so much. Like, most of the movies that I like are probably 2 hours long. And I'm really big recently, probably the last 10 years, documentaries. Any documentary that has come out that has some kind of weight is like 2 hours to 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I have no issue like sitting there and just watching a documentary of, something that interests me.
Yep.
So I don't think filmmaking maybe on the uh Marvel side or the whatever I don't know where Guardian of the Galaxy is, but the action film that
Yeah.
might be suffering from because but does anybody really want to watch that anymore? We've seen everybody jump and move and do like
It certainly is like the action movies of, let's just say, yesteryear, or maybe throwback era to when we were growing up, guys. It's definitely different from what it is now. Whereas I think it's probably more CGI related now as opposed to what it was. Like, let's just say, like, hell, I'll even say True Lies. That's an action comedy.
yeah.
But
But that
was
had
like,
good writing.
that had good writing and that had great action in it too.
Well, it was James Cameron.
Yeah.
He's one of the greats.
Yeah.
You know.
But don't you mimic greatness when you're a director?
Let's talk about Godzilla -1. Now that you've seen, Steve, like talk
Correct.
about that in terms of like, do you think that would have suffered from this TikTokification?
And
As
laugh
I've
out
mentioned.
loud, I watched clips of it on TikTok just so I can understand why Steve liked it so much.
Yeah. Yeah, there
But
you go.
I spent an hour. So does that count?
So I agree with Michael Rooker that attention spans are down. I do not think, as John kind of puts it, I don't think TikTok is drawing from cinema because it's two different things,
Yes.
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Godzilla -1 is a great example. That movie is just a bit over 2 hours. And not only that, I saw it in Japanese with subtitles,
Nice.
Wow.
which is even more complicated.
Yeah.
They should watch it though.
And my two kids, who are 14 and 12, went with me
Yes. Because they can read.
because they can read.
Yeah.
But they are, YouTube, not TikTok, but YouTube shorts. They're just flip, 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 flip.
Yeah.
So, they are probably, I would say, TikTokified. But they paid attention for the entire 2 hours.
There you go.
You know why? Because it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you care about it and they wouldn't disrespect you. And that's also parenting. Well, I mean, they might disrespect you like in your own house, but not in the public.
But with the movie though, it was an engrossing story. You had great
Yeah.
character development, right? And you also had
Correct.
Godzilla.
Correct.
So a combination of all three of those things really riveted your kids, and you're like, when is Godzilla next going to show up? That was probably the biggest thing, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But they paid attention. I was worried. I'll be honest. I was worried about it more so for the subtitle
Yeah.
nature of it.
That's what would concern me.
Right. But when we came out, we discussed it. They had paid attention the whole way through.
That's awesome.
That's the same thing. My wife takes our son to movies every other week in the summer, and when he comes back, I've been on the road a while, so maybe it's a phone conversation, but he gets it, and he's TikTokified and he's video gameified. He's 10, so he's totally in that. We try to limit as much as we can, but
Right.
Yeah.
he does. He enjoys cinema. Could be because his mom enjoys cinema left and right. I mean,
Yeah.
she watches movies all day long. Like that's like every chance she gets to watch a movie, she will rewatch a movie 20 times because she loves cinema. That's her passion.
Yeah.
So, but that's also like your passion is Godzilla. Our kids will follow. I'm more concerned about the industry as a whole because they won't. The average kid isn't going to watch a 2-hour movie if it's not written well.
Well,
Just like we
that's-
were when we were kids.
Yeah, that's part of I think the real problem.
Yep.
We've complained on the show before, and it's all prevalent. We joked about Star Wars 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's not cinema, but it's related to Star Wars, and it's on TV, and it's getting critically panned
Oh yeah.
because it's atrociously written.
And they should get. It's
Yeah,
bad.
and the
It's
fact
not
that they're-
even.
And the fact that their showrunner is basically whining and moaning, complaining that it's basically review bombed and oh, we knew that this was going to happen. It's like, no, your writing is awful.
Well, but we also knew it was going to happen because when Disney gets a hold of something
Yeah.
that they didn't create, Disney's bad at things.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We were just making a prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
They just don't follow through with it.
the review bombing, I think, is a red herring because
Yes.
I've seen tons of movies where critics panic.
Yeah.
They say this is crap, and yet the audience review is 90% because audiences love it. Critics panic because they got sticks up their asses and
Yeah.
there's certain things they want to say that they don't say.
Yeah.
I was a douchebag for the original Iron Man. I didn't think it could be done well. My wife sat me down and was like, "Watch it before you say anything about it." I watched it and I was like, "That was a well done movie."
Yeah.
Because there are some people are just are stuck in their car. Like Iron Man in the comic books, you can never put that out.
Yeah.
Turns out to be one of my favorite things. I
That
think there's a
happens with
bit of
Batman too.
that, but
Yep. Yeah.
But all right, so bad writing and bad acting is one aspect of this.
Yeah.
The second aspect, which I think is probably the lead contributor, I pulled up the cost. The last movie I saw in theater was Godzilla Kong, The New Empire,
yes.
which I also loved and which was also 2 hours,
Okay.
and which my kids loved.
Yep.
I pulled up the receipt for the ticket purchase.
Okay.
3 of us, me, my kids. One was an adult ticket, one was a child ticket.
Okay. Were they carded? No, I'm kidding.
Price before the booking fee, $48.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. What?
And then add a $5 and $25 booking fee on top of that. So total, just to get into the theater to watch the film, was $53.25. Then you get in there, you got popcorn. We probably got pretzels too.
Oh, yeah.
There you're looking at another $15. So just for 3 of us to go to the movie theater to watch this film, you're talking $65 to $70 total. And I was budget conscious. I'm like, no drinks, we don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't need to pee in the middle of the movie. All right, so let's we were watching that stuff. So
Yeah.
easily a family of 4
Well,
going to the movies easily could be an hour, $100.
Well,
Yeah,
think about
easily.
you go to the earlier movie, the matinee, and nobody ate dinner. So now it's what, $250 just to watch a movie?
Sure,
Yeah.
You're not going to go to the movie that often.
sure.
Yep.
And last week when I was down the beach with my parents and my brother and his wife, I was reminiscing about the summer of '96 when I went to the movie theater constantly because they had a bunch of cool shit out.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
27 times you saw
Yeah.
all the movies.
yeah.
it's all
You know
the
how
remember.
much?
movies.
You know how
Yeah.
much a ticket was back then at the movie theater, the local movie theater? It was like $4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that many movies for the cost it took me to take my
Yeah.
kids to see one in March.
Just so everybody
Yeah.
knows, he had a
Amazing.
job back then, so he was paying his own way. Even back to
That is I think the biggest driver of why people are no longer going
yes, I
to the
agree.
cinema.
100%.
To Matt's point, even if it was 3 hours, if it's good, people will go watch it.
It's
Yeah.
worth it. It's definitely worth it. Yeah.
And the 3 hours fly by as a result of that. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And you only have to get up and pee once. I just want you to know that my first official act as President Illinois Smith will be to ask Congress for a declaration of war on Social Security.
You're going to defeat that big bloated.
They've stolen so much. I mean,
Gotta bomb that sucker back to the Stone Age. Any event. All right, moving on. Topic 2. Morgan Freeman is pissed, brothers.
Oh, no.
Morgan Freeman, who was 87, by the way.
yeah,
Holy-
by the way, this is war, by the way. When Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman
seriously.
steps up and says, I want to fight people, I'm right there.
This
I
is
am
the
I am
national
100%
treasure
with
right
that.
here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Send me
national
a ticket. I got you, bro.
Yeah, we have his back all the time. But he is 87. Man.
God bless him. That's awesome.
He is calling out TikTok. TikTok again. A TikTok voiceover that uses artificial intelligence to mimic his iconic voice. Called Justine's Camera Roll, the TikTok account shared a video of a woman pretending to be Freeman's niece. Narrated by me, Morgan Freeman, the voiceover says, sounding similar to the actor's baritone.
Oh,
The creator later called the video an obvious joke, which I will have Matt give you the full quote for that,
can't wait.
because it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Comments, however, on the video made it clear that not all viewers understood that it wasn't really Freeman narrating. Freeman is just the latest celebrity to fall victim to AI impersonating him without his consent. Matt, if you could please read the follow-up quote from the creator in the high-pitched, whiny voice.
I would be glad to, Steve. I just thought it'd be funny, okay? It's an obvious joke, but people don't have discernment. And I thought it would be very obvious that this was a joke. And now, Uncle Mo is upset with me. If anyone from his team is watching, I am so sorry.
There you go. So, what do you think,
All right.
Johnny?
Yeah, John, this was your article.
This has been a problem for a while. Joe Rogan actually had his daughter on one of his podcasts
Okay.
because she was scrolling on TikTok and an AI voice was Joe Rogan pushing some kind of like masculine metal, like this will make you grrr. And she contacted her dad and she was like, did you do because it was very close to your voice, did you do this?
Yeah,
And
this-
he started suing people because he was like, no, I didn't. Like, I wouldn't put myself out there like that. That is stupid. And
Now
I've
it means
I've
like-
seen it over and over again. When I saw Morgan Freeman pissed about this, I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Because now it's happening to people I actually care about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, 100%.
but it is a thing on TikTok, it's a thing on Instagram, YouTube shorts that we do. It's a thing. They will run videos of, and it takes a minute if you're not paying attention. If you're just flipping around, it takes a second to be
Yeah.
like, why would X, Y, or Z be doing something about this? My fear, I did send an article to you guys earlier today that they're trying to stop it, but it just got in my crawl that like these people now on the internet, like they don't even care about the licensing rights. They don't care about anything. They just care about making money, and this is a result of it. And
Yeah.
that's what pisses me off. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and put on a podcast for 2.5 years and be like, oh, well, you know how I could get rich? I could use Morgan Freeman's voice with AI, or I could use
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's voice. Like, it's just dumb, and it
Yeah.
annoys me. It
I-
really
I
does.
agree,
Like,
Johnny.
it's just a
Yeah.
shortcut, and it pisses me off.
I have long debated this AI on the business side of things, and it's a hot topic right now because you're looking at it and you're thinking like, boy, this could be a really good tool, or if we're not careful, this could really screw us over. And unfortunately, I think the business world right now is in the point where, oh God, this is really screwing us over. It's not helping as what we should be. And this is one of the downsides of this unbelievable technology that is now being foisted upon us. The fact that you have a venerated actor, this Morgan Freeman, guys, all three of us, right? We all love this guy. This guy
Oh, yeah.
played so many great characters over the years, has an iconic voice, and it's his voice. It's not someone else's to pirate off of and put on a TikTok video and make a couple bucks using his voice. I completely agreed with Freeman on this. If I'm him, I'm suing the pants off this TikToker for her TikTokification of his voice. It's
We'll get it out there.
ridiculous. It's totally insane for him to have to now defend his name, his image, and his likeness now when he's already put out like so many great characters over the years in his storied movie career. Glory was one of his best, by the way. I think that was iconic movie.
There are so many.
so many that you could
There's so
rattle
many.
off. Gloria, I
Does
think,
he
was
have
one
to?
of his best.
Wait,
but-
quick question. Does he have to pay money? Well, he's going to have to put up his own money to sue somebody, correct?
Well, you could have a contingency fee lawyer take the case if the expected payout
Okay.
would
That
garner
is-
them money, but I don't know. There is law around this. A very famous example back in like the late 80s, early 90s, there was a case brought by a famous gentleman named Tom Waits, who had a very distinct, gravelly sort of voice, and he sued Frito-Lay. I think they had used his something very similar to his voice likeness, maybe for a commercial or something. He sued them and won. So there is precedent for this
Okay.
on Morgan Freeman's side. If you have a recognizable, I mean, you couldn't do it for us. We're not
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah. No,
You know,
absolutely.
We're not? We got to change that, I think. In the
We're
I
never
think we
gonna
do
be.
got to change it. Yeah. But
Or we
for-
will be.
if you have, if you are famous for something like your voice, like Morgan Freeman
yeah.
would be, or this Tom Waits guy was.
Yep.
You have rights to that under trademark law that enable you to say, hey, you can't be using my voice in a manner that makes it seem like I'm participating in your thing. It's one thing for me to be sitting in front of here talking like Sean Connery, because you know damn well it's not him.
Yeah.
But when you have a voiceover over the video, and it's as good as some AI can get, it can sound very much like a Morgan Freeman or an Arnold or a Sean Connery. And that can, this article said, the comments, people were not getting it was a joke. People actually thought it was Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
That is a big time problem.
You need to be able to control, because this is one thing. It's just a joke video. Uncle Morgan's, he bought me a yacht, or Uncle Mo, he bought me a yacht. It's just a joke. But imagine somebody put together an advertisement.
Yeah,
They're
that's
trying
what
to sell something.
That's
or,
what Joe Rogan was running into. They literally were, because he does certain advertisements about certain vitamins. They were using his voice to sell different vitamins that weren't necessarily the ones he was doing. And that's when his daughter, and he had to sue people for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and God forbid, it's a video of somebody taking some kind of political or other stance that you disagree with, and that would piss a lot of your followers off, right? Like, go outside and burn the American flag right this minute. I'll give you the matches. It's like,
and then all of a sudden,
wait, what?
And then X person is not valuable to the cause or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
it's a slippery slope, and it seems to be getting worse.
Yeah,
that's why Morgan Freeman stepping up. Thank God he did, because it wouldn't have been like, I've heard these things before with a bunch of podcasters, but when I saw the Morgan Freeman article, I was like, wait a minute.
That's like,
I didn't know they were using Morgan's voice. Like, all right, let's fight against this. Like,
you can't, and that's the thing.
Awesome.
You just can't do that, and that's the one thing where,
just because you can use AI doesn't mean you need to use AI. That is, I think that's
That's the biggest thing, Johnny. If you can use it as a tool to help and aid in what you need to get done in a positive light, all for it. If it's something like this, you drop kick it into the ocean, period. You don't need this to scam others and misrepresent what you're trying to do.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest takeaway out of all of this. And I hope that he does sue this person to the fullest extent of the law.
I don't know that this person has a yacht to sell to pay that legal bill.
He's getting $11.52.
Oh, there you go.
He might be better off. He might be better off with like a class action suit or something.
Yeah.
Just no, man.
I'm Sean Connery, and I wholeheartedly Support
No.
Two Noobs Talking.
Oh,
Better,
rest in
Sean,
peace.
or you'll get the lashing playing around with Sean Connery.
I think you should go to twonoobstalking.wordpress.com, their website, where you can see all manner of episodes all the way back to 140. And if you want anything before that, your ass has to go to YouTube. But there's a link there. It will take you. And if you like to listen to things audibly, there's audio links to things like Spotify. Sucks! Amazon, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Odyssey. And if you're a stuck-up, snob, snooty snit who likes to listen to really weird audio things, we have an RSS feed. You can plug it into your podcatcher and listen that way. But be sure to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Put your email address in at the website on the homepage to get notified every time a new episode drops. This is Sean Connery saying, don't be boobs, follow the noobs. No AI whatsoever.
No AI whatsoever. Pure talent there, baby. There you go. Oh, man.
All right,
Well,
well, you're the host. You need to move.
Oh,
forward.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. My attention span is going. My apologies. I've been TikTokified. Topic 3. All right, here we go. This one
You
I
want to
brought.
do the latest dance? There you go. Whatever. That
I
was
don't
the
know.
newest one.
I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
Florida Panthers run to stand. Oh, wait. Sorry.
that was a while back.
You
though.
saw Godzilla.
Oh, yeah. That was
Hey,
pretty
there's
cool.
Major League Baseball.
All right.
Jeremy Roenick is in the
Wrestling
Hall of
happened
Fame.
yesterday.
Oh, I forgot that. Jeremy Roenick,
Jeremy
Hall
Roenick.
of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Yes. Congrats to
Yeah.
JR. Hall of Famer. Good
Well
job.
done.
Finally. Well deserved.
Found out of the drive-through. I love it.
It has
Go
nothing
through
to do
his
with
guys
Jeremy
run.
Roenick. It has to do with the NHL. It's about damn time.
Yeah, exactly. Should have happened 5 years ago.
You didn't know he was good?
Yeah, right.
Like,
Right?
I don't even know much about hockey, and I know he's good.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Topic 3. And this got my craw before I went down the beach and actually bothered me while I was at the beach, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Yes.
But this Josh Kim, owner of Brewery Town's Spot Gourmet Burgers, was running errands in his car a few weeks ago when he said he nearly struck 2 cyclists during the same trip. One of them rode through a red light near 25th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue. A short time later, he almost hit a cyclist who continued through a stop sign at Poplar Street and Corinthian Avenue.
Oh, good
It
Lord.
is against the law in Pennsylvania for bike riders to go through stop signs and red lights without first coming to a stop at the intersection.
Yes, it does.
Only 11 states and Washington, D.C. allow cyclists to treat stop signs as yields in a move known as a rolling stop or Idaho stop. Many cyclists in Philadelphia and elsewhere do rolling stops even though they're not legal, and there's been growing debate among cyclists and traffic experts about whether they should be legalized more broadly. Last year, a fact sheet released by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, cited statistics in favor of the safety benefits of rolling stops in some of the states where they're allowed. Now, discrepancies between the law and what actually happens on the road create unpredictability and thus safety hazards for drivers and cyclists. It's why some states have questioned whether it's worth legalizing rolling stops, considering the public education needed to implement them. Kim said the cyclist who ran the red light swerved to avoid his car as it entered the intersection and then gave him the middle finger. Matt, you are apparently cycling to work tomorrow in the morning. Are you
am.
going to be a douche?
No, I am not. I'm actually going to obey the traffic laws. Yes. This to me was interesting because we did look it up in Pennsylvania and we found some interesting laws in regards to that, Steve. I think you'll probably speak to that maybe a little bit later on. But I am riding in because it's only a mile down the road, 6 minutes by bike. I'm really looking forward to it. Shocking. But
Are you throwing middle fingers?
no, I'm not planning
Okay,
on doing
just
that.
double checking.
No,
Just shift it again.
because I know that
Might be
I
what he's looking
am
forward
going to lose to a 3,000-pound car if I hit it. And I don't want to get hit by a 3,000-pound car.
Yes.
You know, I like to
Who
slow
does?
down. Nobody. I like to slow down and stop and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is actually a bigger story actually in the Netherlands, guys. When I was working in there, or at there, I should say, years ago, they bike all the time there, of course, and they were biking everywhere. Didn't matter where it was. but the drivers had to yield. So it was like the cyclists had the right of way. So if you can imagine, you're in a car and you're just waiting for all these cyclists to ride by you, it could get really annoying because all you want to do is turn the car. But they have had hundreds. I was even asking a couple of the people that I was working with who lived in the Netherlands, and they were saying there were hundreds of accidents with these bicycles. And it's like, you have to watch where you're going. And some of these roads, guys, some of these bike paths go close to like off ramps of highways. Like they come up and over, and it's a blind corner. It's really dangerous, but you have to know what's going on. You have to slow down, stop, take a look, both sides, then pedal. That kind of a deal. So that's what I'm planning on doing, going to the office tomorrow morning. It's all what I'm going to do the rest of the week, whatnot, when it isn't raining. But yeah, you got to look both ways, obviously, and slow down and take a stop. And it's okay to do that, that kind of deal. This public safety announcement is brought to you by.
Well, it's not only okay to do that, it's the law of Pennsylvania.
It absolutely is the law.
Yeah.
John?
I was a cyclist for a long time in Pennsylvania before I moved away.
Bicyclist. Yeah.
And actually enjoyed cycling to work and doing the paths and I loved my bike. My bike was more important than my car for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like I was on that thing much more than I was in a car. And there were some decent laws back then. It was probably 2011, 2012. So everybody did obey laws back then. I couldn't imagine them pulling them now.
Oh.
Like we had to obey the same as the car, from what I remember. And I lived on Girard Avenue in Philly. Like I didn't live in some weird, I lived in the city. And what we did was we obeyed the traffic laws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Matt and I looked it up last night when we were doing some research. And my suspicion was confirmed, which was that bicyclists in Pennsylvania are subject to the vehicle code of the state.
That's what I thought. That's what back then when I was, that's exactly what I thought.
Which means you stop at stop signs.
Yeah.
You stop at red lights. There were very few exceptions for deviation from the vehicle code. Now, what they're talking about in this article about, you should do the Idaho stop where you can do a rolling stop. The safety alleged behind it is while you're having the bikes, you don't have to come to a complete stop and then you have to go from a stop to go.
Repedal again.
You're less in contact with the cars, et cetera, et cetera.
That sounds like a liberal trying to explain bikes to cars. That's exactly what that sounds like.
I don't know what you're talking about, John. God.
But I have had a problem because I have witnessed cyclists who don't obey the law and then they'll get mad at you.
Yes.
For them breaking the law. And there's some people in this article, some cyclists who say, well, if you want us to obey the law, then vehicles should have to obey it too. Whether cars are obeying the law is a separate issue. And yes, absolutely, cars should obey the law.
Yeah.
But just even if they're not doing it, that doesn't mean you don't get to do it.
Exactly.
Just because someone breaks the law doesn't give you the God-given right to break the law because someone else breaks the law.
Yeah.
Right.
This is how society falls apart. Because everybody's like, well, he did it, so I'm going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when I was younger, I would ride my bike as a teenager. I would ride it down to the Blockbuster to rent a movie. I'd to the pharmacy to buy some candy. When we did hockey refereeing down the street, I would ride my bike down there. I actually rode on the sidewalk because I was scared to death to be riding in the road.
Oh yeah.
And it bothers me. And this week down the shore, people on bikes just haphazardly in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the Jersey laws are with regard to bicycles, but my God, those are every time I pass one of those kids on a bike, I'm mortified that they're going to hit something, tip over, and I'm going to be crushing their head with my vehicle. Like the bikes are huge. They're too big for them. They're all going like this. It scares the hell out of me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
And
mean, it's virtually the same. I'm just pulling it up right here, Steve, on NewJersey.gov, NJ.gov.
yeah,
It's virtually the same as Pennsylvania.
so they have to obey the vehicle code. Which
Yeah, they have to really obey the vehicle code. Bicyclists should not drive the bicycle with feet removed from the pedals or with both hands removed from the handlebars, nor practice any trick or fancy driving on the street.
Jeez.
the
Limit
no fun
passenger-
police.
No fun police. Limit passengers to
Don't even do a trick or we'll kill you.
exactly. Limit passengers to only the number the bicycle is designed and equipped to carry, i.e., the number of seats. So you
Right.
cannot have more than one riding the bike alongside.
That
you.
also
Anyway,
makes sense. Now,
also-
my brother is a noted cyclist, having been a competitive racer.
yes.
And I, having seen this article prior to going to the beach and being
Good
with
job,
him
you
for a week,
douche
I
noodle.
asked him about this, and he confessed to me he does stop at stop signs unless nobody's there.
Makes
Nobody's
sense.
there.
Yeah.
He goes through.
Yeah.
I asked him, well, does he do that with a car? Because that's, same kind of logic.
Maybe
Yeah.
not maybe.
You got to check both ways there, pal. Yeah, that kind of a deal.
Yeah,
But
I just find a lot of bicyclists to have this kind of snotty attitude. And it's confirmed by this guy who was throwing middle fingers
oh, yeah.
to a guy in a car when he was in the wrong
Yeah.
Yeah.
for running the red light.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
But-
know
No
the
place for
rules, people.
No place
But that
for
also becomes a thing of, and you know me, I am total regulation when regulation is needed. And Matt probably doesn't like that because it's more administrator state for more administrate. But I always go to that when people act this way. Someone should come in and say, all right,
Hell.
well, you need at least a 3-hour bicycle class, because obviously just because you bought the $100 bike doesn't make you the fucking Don of the world, and you just can't be
Yeah.
throwing middle fingers. Because here's the thing, this is why I think this way. Because what if I was in that car and
Oh,
you
yeah.
did that, and I got out and I beat the shit out of you?
Yeah.
You'd have a problem, right? You'd have
Have a
medical
problem.
bills. I wouldn't. You would.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll just get back in my car and leave it. But do you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Mike Tyson has the greatest quote in the world. A long time ago, people forgot what it was like to get punched in the face. And I think this is a problem
Yeah.
in society.
right. Well,
Yeah, so-
look, our counter is low. It takes a real narcissist
Like
Lex
Luger.
Luger.
to do something like this bicyclist
Yeah.
around the red light. And people just, I think you're right. People just need more education. When you're on a bike, you are on a vehicle. Vehicles have to obey the traffic
Yes.
laws. So
Yeah.
just do
Motorcycles do too.
Oh, yeah.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yep.
All right, we're going to topic 4 here, but I have to say you had a whole wrestling segment last week, and you did not discuss at all the career of the narcissist Lex Luger.
Lex Luger.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just,
well, I mean,
Because who cares?
his career was kind of
This-
okay. It's kind of forced down our throats. That was the problem.
he body slammed Yokozuna.
Yeah,
Come
it
on.
was forced down
Yes,
our
he
throats.
also
Come
did.
on.
He also spent 12 years in WCW doing nothing.
We didn't even talk about John's boy Seth Rollins. I don't know how we didn't do that, Johnny. For God's sakes. We could've
Because I
gone on for
know
20 minutes.
I have when in wrestling content, I understand what's important and what's
Yeah.
not. I love Seth Rollins all day long,
Yeah.
but he's irrelevant at this point. So
Well,
we'll
and-
get to him when he gets there.
Also, the episode only gets 3 out of 4 stars from me because you had a wrestling segment. There was no mention of Razor Ramon.
I
No,
There was
understand.
no
Mention
mention
of
of Mr.
But
Macho
Perfect.
Man.
we talked about Damian Priest, who is a person who took a lot of love from Razor Ramon and is doing
Oh.
well right now.
I
There you
don't
go.
know who that is.
Yeah, because you don't watch, and if you don't know the story, you don't know the story.
That's right.
I told you, I'm
Oh.
stuck in the 90s. All right.
Wrestling is a love story, and this is a Bray Wyatt quote. Wrestling is a love story that can be told from generation, and that is exactly how I feel about it, and I love it.
There you
so
go. There you go.
Only a narcissist, Lex Luger.
Lex Luger.
Put it that way.
I don't know it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a narcissist.
All right. Well, so we're going to topic 4. John is going to play Bob Barker
Yes.
because he found some interesting data on the price of concessions. Speaking of prices, we were talking about that in topic 2 with the respect to movie theaters. Sorry, Matt.
Theaters. Yes.
Yeah, theaters. Come on. get it right.
Theaters.
John
Good topic.
found, so we got the price of tickets, the price of hot dogs, the price of beer at various
In the-
Major League Baseball ballparks.
Just to give a little bit more than that. It's the
Okay.
5 cheapest and 5 most expensive.
Wow.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
that's the fun because we're not gonna know. I wanted to make it a little more expensive.
Nice. Kind of brought it
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Very
it's
good.
the 5 most expensive, 5 cheapest.
Okay.
All right. So the way this will work is John, again, is playing Bob Barker. So I hope he has spayed and neutered all his pets.
I've spayed and neutered myself. It's fine.
He will give us he will give us the item and the
Can't believe you
stadium.
got that out.
There you go.
He will give us the item in the stadium
Okay.
Yes.
and throw it to one of us to guess a price,
Okay.
and then the other will guess a price for the same thing. Whoever is closest without going over will win a point.
Okay.
And after 10 rounds, we will see who is the victor.
Okay.
So, Mr. Spay and Neuter Your Pets,
Yes.
or yourself, as this is the case.
Yes.
Please proceed.
All right. So we're going to start with Matt.
Okay.
Or do you want to flip a coin? We'll
No
just
matter.
go start with Matt.
Matt can start. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
go.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Steve, I put Steve second anyway, but I love you both. So let's go with the price of a hot dog
Okay.
in Oracle Park, San Francisco.
Wow. Price of a hot
Closest
dog.
without getting over, Matt, you're first. No, none of this bullshit of
No
0.1.
gourmet stuff. This is a standard hot dog. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say $8.25
Okay, Matt is at
at
8.25.
Oracle Park in San Francisco.
Yeah. Steve, where you go?
$8.26, Bob.
No, you're not doing that.
I'm gonna say $8 even.
Oh.
Okay. You are both over.
Oh,
What?
No
Dang.
point.
No
Dang.
So
points.
Oracle Park is $7.50.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that was gonna be my first guess too. Oh, damn.
All right, so let's go to the beer section.
Okay.
All right.
So nobody's got points. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna go Coors Field. You know,
Colorado.
yeah, home of the Coors Light and all that. Colorado. What is the beer price for
Huh.
I think they said it was a 16-ounce beer, so it's a basic beer. It's a basic.
Basic
That's-
beer. Got
Yeah,
it.
basic
Alright.
beer. You would get one of these.
Okay.
And
So for those of
Yeah.
me who do not drink beer, so it would be like a can like that.
yeah, just a simple can, nothing big
Okay.
or small.
Steve would
yeah.
buy it for me if we were in Colorado.
Yeah,
There you go.
totally. Steve would buy it for you.
So I'm
So
first this
Steve,
time.
yeah,
Yep, okay.
you're first this
All
time.
right. Let me go $12.
Oh wow. Okay, go ahead, Matt.
I will go $11.
All right, you're both wrong. It's
Wow.
$3
Oh,
at,
What?
at Coors Field.
Wow.
Whoa,
Wow. That's wild.
that's insane.
That would blow my. I'm a beer drinker at the
Yeah.
ballpark, and that would blow my mind.
That blows
I
my
am
mind.
not, and I've constantly going to Wells Fargo Center or going to Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I see beer on the menu, and it's double-digit dollars.
Easily.
Yeah, expensive.
Wow.
That's what blew my mind. That's why I went there. All right, so
Three
we're gonna go ticket prices.
Glenn used to live out in Colorado. I gotta ask him, like,
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
the price of hot dogs and soda out there? Damn.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're
If
gonna
it's
go.
$3 for beer. Oof.
We're gonna go ticket prices for fun, so we can just change this up. Okay.
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 We're gonna go to Citizens Bank Park.
Okay.
I don't
What
know
section?
what ticket this is.
Okay.
That's the problem.
It's not average ticket.
I don't think it says average ticket price.
Average
Oh,
ticket.
okay. Well, so it's average. Okay.
So I'm going to say $40 for the average ticket, Johnny.
Okay. Steve.
I know it's like $25 in the upper deck.
Yeah.
But you got to think
Um,
down below too.
I know down below it can get kind of pricey though, so I'm gonna go a little higher than that. I'm gonna say like $50.
Okay.
Okay. Steve gets the point. It's
Oh.
$87 for the average.
Oh God!
Well, I mean, we do have Harper making $330 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Somehow.
Okay,
right?
so we
Oh.
just to make this quick. 0-0. So Steve has the first point.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Spot on.
We're gonna go
Alright.
back to hot dogs
Okay.
to Matt. Okay.
Okay.
No, I think I start first.
Oh,
this
John,
time.
yeah, Steve.
Oh, you
Steve goes
start first. We're gonna
I
go
go
back
first
to
this
hot dogs. We're going to Nationals Park.
One of John's favorite.
The Washington Nationals. Actually, one of my favorite trips. One of my favorite parks. Yeah,
There
you're
you go.
absolutely right.
Hot dogs
But
at Nationals Park.
As many times as I've been there to DC, I've never been to Nationals Park.
Oh,
You
wow.
should go next time you get a chance.
I'm gonna go $3.50 for a hot dog.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Matt.
$7.
Money. Matt gets money.
Damn.
Dead on.
Damn. How about that?
$7 for a dog.
Wow.
It's one of the most expensive.
It's got to be Nathan's. It's got to be Nathan's or some stupid thing. Either that or it's Joe Biden's China.
All right, Matt, we're going
I'll
beer.
go with the second one.
We're going beer prices, and we're going Fenway, the Boston Red Sox.
Oh,
$1,000.
What's
Plus,
the item again?
plus $12 tax.
What's the
Right.
item again, Johnny? What's
Beer.
the item again?
The beer.
Oh, it's beer.
Yeah. Beer at Fenway. Same size. The
16
same
ounce.
size you have there.
Yeah,
16?
it's all an average size.
Okay.
See, and they've got
So let me give you a little. So there's an average of, and we'll start with doing this. So $6.98 for Major League Baseball
across the board. Okay.
for
Okay.
beer.
That's lower
Plus,
than
it's
I
gotta
would have
be
expected.
bigger
That's
than
me
that,
too.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to say $9 at Fenway for beer.
the good guess. Steve, what's your guess?
Tough. I can't believe I got that hot
Yeah,
dog.
right. I'll say 8.
Okay,
so
Matt
yeah.
gets the point. It's $10.50.
Wow.
I was gonna say $10.
50. Wow.
I was gonna say 10.
Wow.
Okay.
$10.50.
Steve, Steve,
Okay.
you're up. Okay.
Okay.
So average, I apologize because I didn't even realize this was on this graphic that I was doing. $68.90 is the average for the ticket price. Okay. I'm gonna ask you, Kansas City Royals, Kauffman Stadium. What is the average price?
Wow. That's one of the stadiums I definitely want to visit.
By the way,
Kauffman
it's the
Stadium.
cheapest of all. Just so you know, I'll give you a little.
I was going
bit
to
of help.
assume it was lower than the average.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the number one cheapest.
I'll go $45.
Nice, Matt. Where are you going for Kauffman Stadium?
35. It's probably too low, but $35.
Steve went over. Matt gets because it was 42.
Oh my
Ah,
gosh.
damn.
Wow.
All right,
Oof.
Matt. We're going back to hot dogs.
Okay.
We have Target Field. The average hot dog is $5.32.
Across the board.
We're going
Okay.
Target Field, the Minnesota Twins. What is your
I'm
is
going
your
to say
guess?
they're $5. I'm going to say they're right in
Okay.
the meaty part of the curve. No pun intended.
Midwest.
475.
Oh,
You're both over, no point.
Oh
Wow.
God.
how much?
It is $3.99.
Okay. Okay.
They got to do the 399.
Yes,
That's really
of course
funny.
they do.
That's at least in Philadelphia they give you an even number.
Exactly.
Here's your penny back.
Although
Right.
you don't get that penny back, it then becomes 4 whatever the state tax is.
Exactly.
Sales tax.
State tax is 6 or 7.
Oh, it's
All
true.
right, let's go back to the beer prices.
Okay.
Let's go Wrigley Field
Oh, wow.
in Chicago, the Cubs. Steve, we have the average, by the way, is $6.93.
Yeah.
This is a higher end. I'll give you so you're not.
I would have
just
imagined
guessing
regular.
$6.
I'm going $11.
Nice, Matt. Where are you going?
I don't think. I'll go 10.
Matt gets it's $10.49.
Are you
Ah.
kidding me, John? Oh my God.
Why are you saying nice when I go over every single time? What
It's
the F?
because he made that guess of under 10. If he said because
I
if
was
he went
leaning
10.50,
Yeah.
it would have been a no go.
Yeah. Exactly. Wow. I'm up 4-1, by the way.
Yes, yes,
Is that all? I thought it was more.
yes. All right, Steve, let's get you back in here.
All
I'm in
right.
billing for a reason afterwards.
We're going Dodger Stadium
Oh God.
ticket price.
Oh,
LA
$10,000.
Dodgers. No, go a little bit lower. Average ticket prices is $68.90.
wow.
And you're talking the Dodger. I'm trying to help you a little bit. You're talking
That's the average
I-
ticket
I-
price.
Dodgers.
I know. 112.
Ooh, good guess. Okay.
Wow.
Matt.
Wow. 95.
Steve wins.
Okay.
Closest without going over. Steve gets it.
What was the number?
115.
Wow.
Oh, I was close. No, nice. Okay.
115 for the LA
Oh.
Dodgers. That's Shohei Ohtani had to have that in there, right? I guess.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Okay,
Well,
let's-
it's 115, but you only have to pay 50 for the first 2 years, and then it all gets deferred.
And then $1,157 later. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
go. This is surprising. I'm just gonna give that to you. So the average
Fine.
price of a
Okay.
hot dog is $5.32. Yankee Stadium, the Yanks, Matt. It's gonna shock you big time
For a hot
15.
dog.
for a hot
$15.
dog.
$15. That's probably way over. but
Okay.
$15.
I will
You-
I'll say 850.
Wow, $3.
No way.
They're one of the cheapest.
That's wild.
They
I
run
find
the
that hard to
they
believe.
run the Costco model.
I guess
I
so.
looked it up
Volume?
because I didn't believe it. They run the Costco model.
You know
They'd
what?
Volume?
Yeah,
They
they'd
make the money.
rather.
They make the money from the ticket sales
Mm-hmm.
because their ticket prices are outrageous already.
And their
to begin
food
with.
is cheap. I looked it
But
up.
their food
Like,
is
it's
cheap. I
smart.
bet you that's probably the
It's
case.
smart.
Yeah.
Well,
Citizen Bank Park could learn a lot from that.
And they-
and
they
I'd
just-
move home.
they just gave away a George Costanza bobblehead.
Yeah, I did
Nice.
see that.
Nice. Nice. All right,
That's
let's go
awesome.
to beer, Matt.
Okay.
We're going to Fenway. You never had a beer in Fenway?
Where didn't we do beer?
Yeah,
at
I thought we
Fenway?
did beer
I
at
thought we
Fenway.
did beer
No,
at
we did
Fenway, though,
Wrigley.
bud.
No, we
What?
did beer.
I
What did
think
we
we
do at
did.
Fenway?
We did do beer at Fenway there, bud.
Did we do Fenway?
I think
Yeah.
we did.
I'll move
Yeah.
on. We'll go to
Another one.
Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
That's what better.
Beer?
Okay.
Yes, beer
Okay.
at
Orioles. Beer.
Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
All right.
I go $9.
I'll say
Okay.
7. 7.
7. Matt gets another point. It's $10.99.
Well, all for the bargain basement price of $10.99. That's outrageous. I would not pay that.
It is. I wouldn't get a beer
Not
there.
for a 16-ounce beer. No.
No.
That's ridiculous.
There's no reason for that.
No. That's
All right,
amazing.
so
though.
what are we
Wow.
at? 5.
So it's 5-2.
Oh,
5
5
to
to
2.
2. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back to hot dogs. Come on,
Okay.
Steve. Work yourself out.
I think I'm sunk at this point, but okay.
We're in San Diego. We're going to Petco Park.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
okay.
The average price is $5.32.
2 cents. Okay.
You're talking about San Diego Petco Park.
$7.50.
Matt, what is your
Low market team. I'm going to say they're $4.
Steve? You get the point.
It's California, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
$7.75.
Ooh, I was close.
Good job.
Wow.
It's
That's right. I
California.
forgot they're California.
Yeah.
All right, let's stay with small market teams. Matt,
Okay.
let's go. Average is $68.90. Let's go PNC Park, Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Okay.
for their ticket price.
Ticket prices. Just picturing the stadium. I'm going
It's
to
beautiful.
say it's beautiful.
Have you ever been?
$35. $35.
$35.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you got?
Give me $41.
Steve gets another point.
Whoa.
55.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go beer
Okay.
for go Chase Field, the Arizona. Arizona Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
The
All right.
average is $6.98.
For a beer.
Yes.
Across Major League Baseball. Okay.
Yes.
So Arizona.
Yes.
Steve, what do you think?
Small market team.
Oh, my first this time?
Yep.
Give me $6.
Okay.
$5.50.
Both over.
Wow.
Moving
Wow.
on to the next one. $4.99. It seems like the cheap ones get you because capitalism, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Everything, charge everything.
What gets me is like some of these are like $3 for hot dogs,
I know.
$3 beer.
Okay.
It's like, what?
Okay, Matt. Let's go Great America Ballpark. The Cincinnati Reds for their ticket price. That's
What
a
was
hard
the average
one.
again? What was the average?
$68.90.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say $70 for them.
Okay.
Right in the meaty part of the curve, $70.
I'll go 65.
Both over.
Wow.
Oh.
52.
Huh. All right. I could see that. I
So
could
look,
totally see that.
I could totally see that.
Yep.
All right, this is a trick question.
Oh, God.
And I want you guys okay, so the average of the hot dog is I'm trying to move this along. $5.32.
Yeah.
Right.
Chase Field, Arizona Diamondbacks, Steve. What is the hot dog price?
Hot dog price. They had really cheap beer.
Yeah, the beer was
but
$4.99.
The beer
Yeah.
was $4.99. But since you said a trick question, I'm going to assume the hot dogs are expensive as shit. So I'm going to say $8.
That's you. Okay, Matt.
$7.99.
You're both over.
Ah.
$2.99.
Oh,
Well, what made it a trick question?
That it
Oh,
was so low. It's the
Yeah.
lowest.
Oh,
It's the lowest hot dog in the game.
in the game. Wow.
hmm.
Wow.
What's our score? 5-3?
5-4.
5-4?
5-4. Yeah. How many more you got, Johnny? You got maybe a couple more?
We got enough to break this tie.
Well,
It's
there is
not
no
tied.
tie. I'm leading.
There is no tie.
Well, hopefully it's
So
gonna be.
let's do. All right. So let's do 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
See where we're at.
So we got beer prices
Okay.
in Chicago on the other side.
White Sox.
White Sox.
Yes, on the other side. Which, by the way, if you
Well,
try to go to
They are
Wrigley
the
Field,
worst team in baseball right
yes,
now.
if
and
you
they're
try to go from Wrigley to that, you're not getting there, especially at 3 a.m. at 3 p.m.?
Yeah, I would say they're probably getting drunk off their ass if they are going to the games. $4. $4 for a 60-ounce beer.
What is the average again for the beer?
The average is
Six.
6.98. Matt, would you like to
6.98.
make another? It's
No. He
No.
doesn't- yeah.
Not at 4.
All right, he said
nope,
4.
You got 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say 550.
Okay. Steve gets that point.
Okay.
It's tied.
How much?
It is $10.50.
Oh, Chicago.
Unbelievable.
We can't
Wow.
tie it to how much the team sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That's
you
true.
can sometimes. We are ending it. This is the tiebreaker.
All right. This is
Okay.
it.
If
All
you
right.
guys don't get it, I have another tiebreaker, but we're
Okay.
ending it right here.
Yep.
All right.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Yep.
So
Mhm.
Lone Depot Park
Miami, Florida.
hot dog. No, I think it's it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
Miami, Florida.
the Miami
Okay.
Orleans, yeah.
I'll take your word
Marlins
for
or
that.
whatever that franchise is down there. I could care less. Remember,
The fish.
532 is the average.
For a hot dog.
Okay.
So hot dog at Lone
Hot
Depot.
dog. Okay, at Marlins Park. Steve,
I'm first.
Yep.
$4.
Matt,
I'm going to go $6.
you're both over. We need to go do another thing.
Gosh darn it.
$3.
$3?
All right, I'm ending it here.
Oh.
We're just gonna end in a tie if this doesn't happen. Global
cool.
Life Field, Texas Rangers.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Hot dog price. Matt,
$10.
Steve,
7.
on the money. Steve wins.
Oh!
There you
Oh,
go.
God. I love it.
There you go.
I
Wow.
love it.
Good
Finally,
job.
a ballpark that has a round number for.
$7 for the hot dog. Good job.
Right on the money.
Beauty.
job. Send this out, bro. You won.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, now you people know what it costs to go out to the ball game. Arizona, it is.
Seriously.
Exactly. I'm just gonna move to
Although
Arizona.
$3 beer, I'm not complaining either. I mean, that's pretty darn good for 16 ounce
Yeah.
for $3. That's pretty
Yeah.
good, but it's probably Coors Light, so it's terrible. Anyway,
So Matt looks down his nose at you people now. All right. Well, that wraps up episode 197 of Two Noobs Talking. We shall see you again in a week with some more shenanigans and chicanery and other words that start with sh.
Yeah.
3 to go to
This and that and the other thing and
3 to go
Fucking
before
there.
200, boys.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Yeah.
Almost the bicentennial, but
Yeah.
we're not quite there yet. But until we get there, get up.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Two Noobs Talking. For more information about our podcast, feel free to check out our website located at twonoobstalking.wordpress.com, and we'll see you next week.